Welcome to St Ives School of Painting's How-To series. Short lessons taken from our longer online courses, designed to help you build confidence and skills in drawing and painting, one focused exercise at a time.
I recommend using a colour that'll get lost in the eventual drawing. So I'm going to use a sort of a light blue colour. I also recommend using a knife to sharpen your pastel pencils. I'll just show you my top tips for pastel pencil sharpening as I need to sharpen my pencil. Some people hold the knife at like too steep an angle and they end up gouging the pastel, the wood off the pastel. If you keep your pastel at a sort of less of an angle, so less steep angle, you get more sort of pastel pencil on view, and you can use the pastel pencil itself as a bit more of a tool. Those people who want a sharp edge, you can have a little bit of sandpaper to finish it off, but if you are whittling, it is worth practicing on a cheap pastel pencil, just because it can be a little bit of a skill in itself, but practice makes perfect. I'm going to start by drawing it out, and one of the things that I liked about this particular picture was the lovely sea spray in the foreground and the beautiful rocks. So because I've taken, or the photograph has a fairly even balance of both, and I wanted it to be all about that lovely sea spray, I'm following a simple kind of compositional rule that I'm going to leave slightly less sky in there, so that it very clearly says that it's all about this bottom section of the artwork. So when I'm drawing it out, I tend not to use my pencil in a familiar pencil grip hold. I tend to use it in a kind of more of a, like I'm using a tool. And if you can use your pastel pencil and pastels with a slightly freer arm, you'll find that that helps your marks and fluidity and these wonderful kind of a looseness appear to your artwork. So I'm just getting a general feel in there. I'm not worrying too much about the marks and where I'm putting stuff, because of course I'm going to paint over the top of it, but you can see if I split my page up into quarters, the sort of general sea spray comes over slightly to the first quarter over there. So I'm just having an awareness of those different marks and shapes. And it's always good, when you're drawing something, keep your eye flitting from side to side, from the image to the artwork, so that you get a sort of idea of the proportion and the marks that you are going to be focusing on. Like there's some lovely areas of interest in here that we'll have a lot of fun with the marks in there as well. And then there's a nice little an inlet to the artwork where this sort of break in the rocks allows your little eye to come in and enjoy this little pathway into the picture. So there were some lovely elements about this, but I've kind of allowed myself to play with it, in that I'm not aiming to copy the photograph, and in fact I've probably sort of exaggerated some of these larger rocks here, but it's so important to realise that the photograph is not the end product. It's about you exploring the subject.
Want more tips, tricks and inspiration? Each of the short lessons are taken from one of our full courses in our extensive online library. We have over 100 courses available for you to watch on demand. Visit our website to find out more, and hit subscribe for more creative inspiration.